live trading webinar by Precise Trader.
Okay, hello everyone. This is Rajusi again from Precise Trader, and we are into live trading 26th June. Okay, do take note of the risk disclosure. Okay, day trading in Forex is risky. Past results are not indicative of future performance, and the content of this workshop is mainly educational purpose, and the user information is entirely at your own risk, and also you must assess the risk before you put in the live trades. Okay, now in fact today has been a bit special because the reason being is the last trading week of the month, and also last I would say this by next week, you know, the quarter ends, and as a result we are expecting some moves, not now, but at least, you know, towards the end or beginning of next month. Usually this kind of scenario is a bit difficult to trade. See, usually end of the week is difficult, end of the month is difficult, because see, the market, we won't be able to gauge which direction the market is heading, you know, whether the closing has got strength, you know, towards to close towards the high, or whether, you know, the market is not prepared to take any risk, and they are prepared to close the positions, all this. So it's a bit tricky, and it's a bit difficult, especially end of the week, end of the month, and end of the quarter. The same thing goes beginning of the week, beginning of the month, and it's somewhere in the middle, you know, that's where there is a lot of opportunities and a lot of risk control trade setups. Okay, today looks like there is no important data. Okay, and also I think is personal spending. I don't think it's that important, but that may be one of the reason, you know, the market is very quiet. In fact, it has been very quiet the whole day, and and also the stock market also, because it's coming to end of the week and end of the quarter, maybe, you know, you will get clear signal from next month, beginning of next month, where is the market heading. And stock market sometimes it give us a clue or cue, you know, to the Forex. Is all interrelated. All these financials are all interrelated. So you need to, even if you want to be successful in Forex, you need to also read some news regarding the economy, the world happenings, what is happening. So all this, you know, you need to understand. That is why it becomes a bit tricky and a bit complicated. Okay, now coming and looking at this, if you look at the trend map, you see a lot of white boxes. So there's a lot of white boxes indicates the market is flat. Okay, the market is flat, and also if you see a lot of colors, and especially continuous colors, that is where the real trend is, and that is where the real money is. Sometimes, you know, you must uh, give back some money to the market, and usually this is the time, you know, we give back, because sometimes you put a very tight stop, and as a result, you know, it might just get you're stopped out, then the market reverses and move in this direction. So it's very hard, honestly. It's very hard to trade during this kind of market situations. Okay, anyway, we look at today. Okay, if you look at current time frame, okay, only the dollar yen looks good. Okay, dollar yen, that means USD JPY, and this is giving us a selling signal on the 6 hour and 12 hours and daily. But even though it's giving a sell signal, daily is the previous day, yesterday was the support. So what the market is telling us is yesterday's low should be the max for today's down move. So that means you don't expect the market anything more than yesterday's low. Then again, if you look at the weekly is also flat. In fact, this entire week, the market, all the markets has been, all the crosses has been flat. And yesterday also, in fact, the euro was the only cross that moved, and also the dollar yen. Okay, these are the two crosses. Okay, let's look at the chart, then we decide how we want to go in, how we want to trade. Okay, now looking at the price action. Okay, in fact, next week onwards, we are trying to uh, get the big move. Okay, I only hope definitely not before Wednesday, because that's going to be end of the month. Then probably beginning of next month might give us a direction and clue for the next next quarter or next quarter. That's the bigger time frame. Okay, looking at the dollar yen. Okay, let's run the chart. Okay, if you look at weekly, like as I said, that yesterday, I mean the previous week low is 105.97, around 106, and yesterday's low, not yesterday, the previous day. Okay, the previous day low is 106.40. So in other words, this market, the down move which is happening now, we are not expecting anything below 106.40 or 106.05 or max 106. So we're not expecting anything below that. So as a result, we have to play this game as a called scalping trade, because definitely it's not a momentum and day or swing, because the market is in a range. Okay, now we look at the 12 hours. Okay, now it's still moving down, and we have, let's see, where do we have a next immediate support. Okay, we have a support near 106.50 and 106.35. So 106.50 and 106.35. These are the key levels. And looking at the price action, okay, we feel that 106.35 might be a bit strong support. So yeah. Yeah, so 660, 635, definitely we want to exit. And right now the market is trading at 106.85. And we also feel that this market has got fuel to test this low. Okay, now where is our entry? Entry, we are looking to enter near somewhere 106.95 and 107.05. Okay, 106.95 and 109.705. So write down all these figures, so at least excuse me, when we look at it, so at least you'll understand what we are trying to do. And our stop, okay, we have a conservative stop about 107.35 and maybe about 45.50 level. So that is our stop. So I repeat, so we want to sell at 107.05 and our stop is 107.50 and our take profit is 106.60. So these are the three key levels which we are looking. Let's verify that with the system. So at least that the reason why we are doing this method, or the reason why we are doing this way, is, see, trading is a bit complex. See, because if you look at, I mean, if you believe in the tools which we use, see, different people use different set of tools. Some people, they use moving averages, Some people they use trend channel, some people they use Fibonacci, some people they use Andrews pitchfork, Gann numbers, so on and so forth, etc., etc. So if let's say you are getting if you are trying to get a perfect trade, let's assume you are getting, that means you want to check all these tools before you really initiate the trade. You would not be putting in one trade even a week or even a couple of weeks, because by the time all the tools will give you the signals, you would the market would have moved, or the market would have started moving. So it's going to be very difficult. So that's the reason why we have to make it. You see, trading is, we always call it, we have to apply the rule KISS. KISS means basically keep it short and simple. So you just the tools which you use, you just have to be on, and you don't have to take so many tools to use. So that is one of the way. So then, like we are looking at the dashboard, there is some of the tools which I've been saying is all built in. So that will help us to give us the confidence. So if you look at it, okay, the target, the market, the system is saying is 106.55, and the stop loss is, actually the system is saying above 45 and 65. So since the high is 50, so we don't have to put at 65. So then our entry point is either we can enter at 10715 or 685. 685 is where right now the market is, so it's going to be very tight. So looking at that, so probably we may want to go short at 10705. Okay, I think more or less the system agrees to our analysis, and this is a scalping trade. And dollar yen, okay, we are the maximum we are expecting is 107.45. That is the previous day high, and this is going to be a limit sell. Lot size 1, entry is 10705. So that means we are trying to enter about 20 pips away. Okay, stop loss is 10750, and we want to exit at 60. And this expiry is because since there is no data, so then probably we can wait until 11. So if you feel, either you can put expiry at 11 or 9, 21 hours. So these are the two expiry time which we are looking at. So this is one trade which we feel it's worth considering now. Now let's see, because I can't think, okay, New Zealand dollar. Okay, the New Zealand dollar daily is up, but excuse me, 720, 360, all are flat. Okay, again, even though the daily is up, it should be the target should not be higher than the day before yesterday's high. So again, this is not I would say this is still a scalping trade. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, this is within a range, within a weekly tight range. So again, the daily is also in a range. So can you see this range also? See, whatever the reason also we use the trend map is it gives you a bird's eye view of the market. See, individually, if you go and screen the chart, if you look at the charts, you would not be able to identify a lot of signals, because the main reason is there will be a lot of work. So that's where we use the the trend map to assist us to pick the crosses. Okay, now if you look at again 12 hours is also flat, hourly 360 is also in a range. So what is the market is saying is the price actions are saying the price should move up in the near term, but should not go beyond 64.90, 65.15 or 65.30 for sure. That means the market is going to go slightly up, then eventually turn down. So the turning down, we do not know whether this is going to happen tonight or it might be beginning of next week or towards the end of the week. So that is the time frame we are looking at. So now if you look at this again, the entry point, what we feel is, okay, we would want to enter close to the bottom of the range. So probably we may want to enter around 64.25 if we are looking to go for a buy, and stop should be 63.95. Then our exit should be at 64.80. Okay, I repeat, buying near 64.25, 63.95, 64.80. So these are the key levels of exit. 80, yeah. So then again, let's go and look at the system. Okay, the system is saying 64, 85, 90. That should be the stop loss above this, above 64.90, and the entry point is we can enter at 64.25, which I think we tested. It also looks around there, and the exit should be definitely before 70. So because we have seen 70, 75 or resistance levels, or even 55. So a comfortable level would be exiting before 64.55 to 64.70. So then again, this is a scalping trade, and this, I think early on we were looking at the lowest price was 63.98, around 63.95, let's say 95. So this is, if we are going for a limit buy, we enter at 64.25, and our stop should be 63.90, and our exit is either 64.55 or 64.55 or 65.70. Before 70 we want to exit. So this is again, okay, this expiry is probably, since it's only about 20 pips away, so probably I want to put in about 9 o'clock. Then I may want to put another trade. This is also a scalping, and this is on the selling on the higher time. So selling on the higher when this time belt is over. So that means we are looking to sell near 64, 85, 90, because remember the high is 65.15. Hold on, let me check with the chart. Sorry, 65.35. Yeah, 65.35 is the maximum high. So here we look at to go for a sell, and this is again, this is one lot, and we want to sell near 64.90, 64.90 or between 64.90, 64.15. Sorry, 64, correct. This is a sell. Sorry. I chose the wrong wrong cross. Okay, sorry. Okay, so here then we want to put a stop at 65.40, and this might give us rewards near the entry point, which is 64.40, and this is okay. This is also, the date is wrong. Okay, so this is 23 hours. The same thing goes. I think the dollar yen also, I think we can look to buy near the low, near after the time belt is over. So that would be another option. That means if you are looking to buy, then probably we can buy near 106.6. Just now, what was the target? 60, then 40. So probably around 106.30 level. So that would be a level to buy. So this will be another trade setup. So this either, see, what we are trying to do is we are trying to pick the extremes. So if we get it, of course, it would be good. If we don't get it, of course, because it's all, it's all about trade probability and trade setup. So we got to do this, and this is until this. And again, this is also because I don't want to enter now. I want to enter after the next time belt. Or this one, we can even put it until end of the day. But again, because this is coming to the end of the week, so we wouldn't want to hold our trades overnight or over the weekend. So that's the reason we want to play safe, and we want to stick to, so that we will just stick and to a scalping trade. Okay, so these are the only trade setup I can see right now that is available. And now I think now the pound is start to move. Okay, pound is also, I think, should be in a similar situation. So you look at pound US. Okay, this is 6 hours, 12 hours is down, daily is flat. Okay, daily is flat, and the previous day is also flat. So basically, this down move, if it breaks the -2 low, then the price may go further down. Okay, okay, let me look at the chart. This may be a better trade than the other two. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this looking at the price action again, what we feel is a temporary short-term peak is been seen. Okay, that means we may have seen the high, and the price is expected to break lower and move and test this low. Okay, but this may not happen today because this is a weekly chart. And again, so if we look at on the daily, okay, this is congestion, and now the market is moving lower, and of course we may see the market testing 1, 2, 3, 40. If it breaks, then it may go lower. Otherwise, this market is going to be in a range. So this is a very critical level, and is a very key level for this market to see this level. Okay, let's see whether okay, the price action looks good. Honestly, it looks good. Okay, but my only concern is because there is no data out. Okay, there is no data out. I am not very sure whether we would be getting the break tonight, or it might be next week. So if the break happens, then for sure we can see testing this 1, 2, 3, 40, or even 1, 2, 3, 10 level. So maybe we can just try, give a shot. We have nothing to lose, so give a shot and see. So here what we feel is, okay, this is as down, so probably 12415 might be the entry level, and stop should be 12465, and we have to closely monitor this, and if this 12380 breaks, then we may see the price moving lower. Otherwise, we don't expect, otherwise we are expecting this to be fall back into the range again. Okay, now let's see whether the dashboard agrees to this. Okay, just now our selling call was at 12415. Okay, 12415. Okay, which is acceptable. This is below the resistance zone 1. Okay, and our stop is above 65, which is also acceptable. And the market, the system is saying, we should exit before 12370 and 12350. So this call, again, this trade would only be viable, only be viable provided that 12380 breaks. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit risky. So here, we try to sell here, and entry level is 12415, and we want to put our stop at 12465, and we want to exit at 70. I mean, if it breaks 80, then we may see even lower. Okay, unless if you want to give a shot and take see your luck, then you definitely need a percentage of luck. So if you're lucky, then if this 80 breaks, then definitely we can see 12350 or even 12340. So this is, okay, we want, because since we are trying to enter quite close, then we don't want to go into the next time belt. So we just rather stick to this time belt, and this time belt is Singapore time, 9 o'clock, and India time is 18:30, and the system time is about 16. So these are the trade setups, and these are the high probability trade setup which we are looking for. And if you're in front of the screen, then probably you may want to put it and see how this trade moves and how the market responds. Okay. Okay. Any questions or any other markets, you can feel free to ask. So at least I can discuss with you. Okay. This is no. Okay. Now. Okay. The question is, any contact number to clarify about webinar. See, what we would suggest is, okay, you can write to us, okay, because it's not possible for us to talk over the phone. The best thing is write to us, write an email, or another way is you can just say what you need roughly. You ask on the webinar, then I'll just say, and then probably the best way is write to our Siva. Can you just give us the email address, so at least you can write to which email? Okay, just help me to give the email address. Okay, thank you. So any other questions or? Okay. Okay, there is a big write up. Okay, for scalping orders, sometimes buy orders filled and stopped out immediately within few minutes, especially gold. Okay, gold buy order entries at 760 and stop is this, take profit this. In that scenario, we are losing 30 pips within a minute. In order to avoid that, can we put add on stop sell orders to put add-on stop sell orders together with above buy order? Example, stop sell at this. Okay, at least can save 20 pips, and our loss can only be 20 pips. Okay. Okay, anyway, the previous question you can write to us at support@PreciseTrader. Okay, the question was, okay, what he was saying is, okay, we are putting a very tight stop, and what happens is most of the time you get stopped out and the market moves, and can we do safe? See, I'm not saying no to your saying, but whatever you do, okay, see, we have been in the industry for 25 years, and whatever we are doing, say we have done R&D, we have tested, and sometimes, okay, you must accept one thing. See, you must accept one thing. One is, see, when the, see, if you ask anyone, okay, what is your view? If you ask me, my personally, if you ask my view on any market, okay, for me is for that question is just a peanut question, because I can give you an answer straight away. Whether it's going to go up or down is very easy. Okay, the next question, if you ask me, where would my whether the market is it going to go down before it's going to go up, or whether it's going to go up from here? Okay, that becomes a bit tricky and a bit sticky. Okay, the third question, if you ask me again, where do I enter and where do I put my stop loss and where do I exit? Okay, so that is the $1,000,000 question. See, sometimes when you put a stop loss, okay, there is a, because there is no fixed answer to that. See, because when you put an entry, sometimes when you are desperate to trade, when you enter, unless if you practice putting a higher stop loss or wider stop loss, then you can play the game safely. But sometimes, if you put a very tight stop loss, this is what happens. But on the other hand, if you put a wider stop loss, if you have, unless you have your pockets are deep enough to have that, because see, we are doing things with uh, with catered for all kinds of people. So, and of course, we want to do with the safest, and especially for newbies and all. So that's why we are practicing it so tight stop loss, and that is one of the reason why we are being stopped out. So what we can do is, what you can do is, if your pockets are deep enough, then you can practice wider stop loss. But your idea, to do a stop sell, cover the 20 pips, will not work at all times. Okay, sometimes the market may just go down and turn up straight away. Then what will happen is that sell you put in, that might cost you. So unless the down move is even bigger than you may afford to do, and especially gold, you can't afford to do that, because especially gold, the movement is quite big, and sometimes it is very difficult. So it's not advisable. Okay, so I hope I have answered your question on that. Okay, the next question is pound yen. Okay, pound yen. Okay, pound yen. Okay, let's see on the pound yen. Okay, see what is, see, always, see, when we start, it would be best to go with the trend map, so at least we don't have to run through, and even when we run through, it would be easier for us to get convinced, okay, we are in the right direction. Okay, if you look at pound yen, okay, pound yen, the 6 hour chart, the last two time belt are showing down. 12 hours last two is showing down, and the daily is showing down. Okay, but the thing is, the daily is flat for the last 3 days, and the previous the fourth day is been up. So probably what is going to happen is, this down move should going to be limited and should not go beyond the -4 bar low. So this is the thing. So now the question is, should we go for a sell? Okay, if we sell, where do we want to exit? So looking at the trend map, if we sell, the best exit point would be -1 daily low, or -2 daily low, or -3, whichever, because I have to look at the chart to verify the thing. So looking at this, Okay, now let me run through the screen on the weekly. So the weekly, what the market is saying us is probably we may have seen a temporary or short-term peak on this on the weekly. So it's down, and if you notice, okay, this is what our trend map was saying. For the last 3 days, it has been in a range. So -1, -2, -3, -4 low. So this is the low I was saying. So basically, before looking at the chart, I'm able to decide that if I'm going to go for a short, then probably I may want to exit before this level, which is 13180. So before, see how we do things is look at the trend map, okay, have some bird's eye view, then get the confidence, then you go back to the chart, then you verify it with the chart, then you go back with the so-called the dashboard, then finally you are ready to pull the trigger. So if day in day out, if you keep doing it again, then you would understand what we mean and how we do things. Now looking at this, so okay, the only clue I'm getting from this chart and the trend map is, okay, this down move is expected to last maybe until end of the day, okay, and it is expected to last, but there is no guarantee, and again is also expected to last minimum until 11 o'clock. Okay, these are the two clues I can give you. See, all these clues I get from the system. Okay, now all we know is we got to exit before this 13180. Okay, now we have to see whether the market has got strength to move lower. Okay, looking at all the tools and chart patterns and all, okay, we feel that it has got strength to move to the move lower. Okay, now the next thing is, okay, where do we exit? Okay, are we going to exit at 3180 or before 3180? So if you look at this, okay, our projection is giving somewhere 3145 and probably 3220 and 3210. Okay, so these are the projection near term minus support. I call it minus support. So what happens is, so if you are going to go for a short, okay, the clue I'm getting is I should be exiting definitely before 13180. So my exit point would be 13220 or even 13210. Now the next question is, where do we enter? Where do we put our stop loss? So here our entry point, okay, we can enter, it all depends how is your pocket size. Like earlier on, someone asked, he said, how is the stop loss in this? So if your pocket is deep, then you can put your stop loss above this, which is 33.30, which is above today's high. But on the other hand, if you feel that if your pocket is not deep enough, then probably you may want to put our stop at near 33.15 or 33.05. So this would be your next immediate stop. So entry point is, I'll be entering at near 132.70. Okay, near 132.70 or 132.90. So you have got all the answers. So I've got the entry, I've got a stop loss, I've got the target. So all this are there. So now you are ready to pull the trigger. The question is, okay, how is the confidence level? Okay, to give you a confidence level, again, we go into the dashboard, then see whether all these levels tally with the dashboard. So if you look at pound yen, okay, you look at this. Okay, what the system is saying is there is a support at 32.25 and 32.05. So in other words, definitely I want to exit before 32.25 or 32.05. So I'll be exiting at 132.10. So now coming to our entry point. So entry point is, okay, just now we looked at, we want to enter at 3270, which is also the system is agreeing. We can enter at 3270, and also I did tell you that we can enter at 3290. I also did say these figures. So these two figures, it also tallies with our analysis. So then your stop loss. So the stop loss comes, we can put in above 3315 or previous high, which is 33.25. So this also agrees. So even 33.15, we have two resistance levels around that level. So that also agrees. So then we are ready to go. So all you have to do is, so just put in the order, then wait for the market to get executed and just manage the trade. But on the other hand, you know, you may ask, sometimes you see you are putting in order, sometimes the order gets filled, and this is all up to you. See, because we have a system, we have followed the system, so it's up to you to decide what you want to do and how you want to take it from there. Yeah. Okay. So Leo, I think I've answered your questions on that. I think it's very crystal clear. So you decide what you want to do and how you want to trade. Okay, the next question is ENQ or E-mini NASDAQ. What is this currency? Okay, this is, we call it a CFD. Okay, this is not a currency. This is NASDAQ stock indices. Okay, in fact, because today the market has been quiet, so we also want to start on the CFD. So we just started on doing this NASDAQ and Dow Jones. So this is the index futures. So this is the CFDs, and this is the chart you see. And in fact, I think I do not know whether we have taken our profit. Okay, I'm not very sure, because we are supposed to exit at 20, and I'm not very sure whether we exited. Okay, let me check. Yeah, I think yeah, we have exited with about 10 pips profit. I think came out because I think we missed our target by a few pips, because we wanted to exit at 20, but I think we didn't get it. So we get stopped out because we raised our stop and we get it. So this is the thing. But anyway, for newbies, okay, I wouldn't recommend this CFDs. Okay, try not to go into CFDs, because this is, I would say, is like roller coaster, and it is very dangerous, because one day, the move can be very big and very nasty. So in fact, if you look at some of the days move, see, like on the 11th of June, this one day move, I'll tell you in terms of dollar value. So the dollar value, that particular day was about 10,000 US move. So this one is especially for newbies, try not to get into it. And unless, if you know what you are doing, then you can take. But if you're new, please don't play with this, because this one is very dangerous. Okay, so this is just a message. Okay, any questions or any other questions you all want to discuss, or any markets? In fact, I think last week someone asked about crude. Okay, I think that in fact we took that trade, and we did make this trade, and it was a perfect call. Okay, I said I'm expecting 37.5. I don't know whether you all recall. So in fact, we shorted somewhere here, and expecting 37.5, and it did come to a low of 37.30. So so this I think last week, not last week, sorry, Wednesday someone asked this. So this was the thing, and we feel that this in fact this market has made a temporary top. So now we are expecting a range. Okay, sorry, I'm not sharing the right screen. Okay, so in fact, again, I was saying last week we shorted this, not last week, Wednesday, because Wednesday there was a crude oil inventories, and this market came off and it hit our target. So now what we are looking at is either a top is seen, or this is going to be in this, within this range. Okay, this within this range before the either the next phase up or next phase down. Okay, so now we got to play this game by a range trading. So range top we sell, range bottom we buy, and we try to play the game until we get a clear directions and clear move. So this is for crude. Okay, any other questions or any other markets you want to discuss? See, you come in, you ask. See, I'll tell you, because this is going to be something like a group discussion. The more questions you ask, the more you learn, and that's one of the way you. I mean, since we are giving it free, so you can just learn from the experience. Okay. So if you have no questions, okay. Once again, thank you for coming into this room. Okay. Once again. Looking forward to see you again next week. Okay, till then, stay safe. Have a great weekend. And next week onwards, I would say not. Yeah, probably next week. If not, for definite from July first week onwards. Okay, I'm expecting the market to give us a clear directions, and should be giving a lot of trading opportunities. So we are quite looking, because there's a lot of markets that's already giving the signal of thing, because it's always very difficult to trade, like I said beginning of the session, end of the quarter, end of the month, end of the week is all very tricky and very complicated. So but we have no choice. Either we just stay sideline, or we just have to watch the market, or you have to be very nimble. That means you just go very slow and very small, then at least when we get a clear direction. Because once we do, because the reason why we keep doing this also, another reason is you gain the experience and you gain the confidence. So that is also another method of keep going and staying with the business. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, bye.
Please click to subscribe below. Thank you and see you soon.